Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome to my January beauty empties. So I have a little box here full of some products that I managed to finish up in January. There's not a lot here. Actually, I think what I want to start with is I went to Bali in January just for a week, and I did a little sort of sampled out challenge for myself. So I'll link that video up here. It's going to go up here if you haven't seen it, and I'll try and remember to put it in the description box. I might forget. But essentially what I did was I picked out a bunch of samples to try and finish up in January, and I took a little clip before I came home from Bali because I was not going to bring those samples back with me. I'm going to insert that here. Okay, what I used up, bath or like shower gels, they were pretty easy. Some sunscreens. This one I didn't use because I discovered it has expired, so I'm just chucking it out. More shower gel and like body cream, face wash, moisture, toner. That was a body oil, the Cora Organics face oil. I don't know, not such a fan of that. And then lots of sachets. This, oh God, if I had known that this was just a like makeup removing sheet with coconut oil on it, I would have thrown it away before I came to Bali. The rest was, you know, just stuff. Frank body scrub, still super messy. Thank God the shower had like a removable shower head so I could wash it down because that was a mess. Moroccan oil, some toner samples, the Shea Moisture Strengthen and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. I still got some of this left. I can't use it all up, but I'm not gonna take it home. It is what it is. These Chantecaille, what were they? The Flower Harmonizing Cream. These actually lasted me a couple of days. I had 2 of them. There's another one here somewhere. Is that it? No, where is it? I don't know. Anyway, there's 2 of them, and they lasted me a really long time, and I was using them morning and night. It's quite rich, so I really didn't need much of that. I just used this today because I hadn't done a scrub the whole time I was here on my face. I didn't really like this. This is just like a foaming gel with really big rolly balls in it. I don't feel like it did anything. This smelled like nail polish remover, so I wasn't a fan of that. Everything else was, you know, fairly nice. I did like the Caudalie eye cream, and I liked this eye gel. This is a gel. It's like a legit gel. Sometimes they call creams gels. They're not gels, they're creams. But this is like a legit gel, and that was really nice. Good, like, light eye hydration option. Yeah, that's nice too. I like that. But yeah, there's the other Chantecaille. I knew it was there somewhere. Yeah, so that's pretty much, that's everything that I used up. In terms of the full size things that I used up, I mean, this isn't really full size. This is Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy Noir from Scent Club Melbourne. This was nice. The bottle did leak in my luggage, which was a shame, but I just finished it up while I was here, and I'm going to keep the packaging because they're refillable. You can screw this part off, put something in it, and then put it back in the cartridge. I finished up the Anthelios XL from the Roche-Posay. This was set to expire next month, so I used it on my face and body and finished it up really quickly. And I also used up the Reef Coconut Oil SPF 15. So I put these tanning oils over
SPF 50. So SPF 50 all on the body, leave it on for a while, and then put on a tanning oil. Yeah, but there we go. Actually, I wouldn't buy. This is a really good sunscreen, but it does break me out if I use it too often, so I would prefer to just buy something that doesn't break me out. And this one, I love the Reef tanning oils, but I didn't like this particular one in the pump bottle. I would just buy the standard Reef oil. So there we go. Stuff.
So I was pretty happy with how I did with those samples. Not, you know, I didn't do really, really, really well. I didn't finish them all up, but I was pretty happy to use some up. I'm thinking maybe in a couple of months I might do another sampled out for like a 1 month period and see how many I can use up, just as a little challenge. I still have quite a few samples. I do, you know, throughout the year you make orders and you receive samples in some orders, and I also love advent calendars at the end of the year. I love the beauty advent calendars, so I do accumulate quite a few samples. So I'd like to do a little challenge a little bit later in the year, maybe even once or twice, to see if I can use up some more of those samples. But let's get into the empties that I have. I have the Brazilian Straight Keratin Shampoo. So this is a keratin shampoo developed exclusively to help straighten hair. I don't think it really did that. It just washed my hair. Like, it was nothing special. I wouldn't buy it again. If I wanted a really basic shampoo, I'd just buy something on sale at Kohl's. Like, it's not that deep. I also have the Frank Provost Keratin Miracle shampoo and conditioner. These were nice. Not my preferred type from the brand. I particularly like the oleo one that they have. I find that to be just a little bit nicer. So I wouldn't buy those two, but I would purchase others from the brand. I have the NeoGen Dermology Real Fresh Foam Cranberry. So this is a face foam. You pump it out. It's a foam. Wash your face with it. I quite liked this. I would buy another one, but I want to try a different like scent type. They have different types. So yeah, I like this one, but I would like to try a different one from the range before I purchase this one again. Ew, there's something wet and dripping. It's gross. Okay, let's start with this. This is the 23 years old Laynic Poor Be Surprised mask. So this comes with two sort of gigantic strips that you can put over your face. It comes with this guy, which is like a syringe. You put half of it on the mask, put the mask on, leave it on. It's supposed to help clear out and shrink your pores. I don't think it really worked. It was kind of fun, but it's not something that I would bother getting again. This is the Tom and Jerry Cellulose mask sheet. So this was just a sheet mask. It was just a sheet mask. Seriously, nothing special. Wouldn't buy it again. I have two here from Koco Star. There is the 5-finger nail pack and the hair pack. So the hair pack, you are meant to like wash your hair and then you put the mask, you put your hair in a ponytail and you attach the mask to your ponytail. It said it wasn't meant to be rinsed out, but I think that was incorrect because my hair was, there was no way that I could wear my hair with this stuff in it. I don't feel like it really did anything. In terms of like hair masks, I found it to be a little bit tedious and not offering anything that was more impressive than a hair mask I could put in the shower, leave in for a few minutes and rinse out. So I wouldn't buy it again. The nail pack, that was kind of cool. They're like individual masks for your fingernails. And I did feel like they left my nails, like, or not my nails, but like the skin around my nails feeling really soft and hydrated. So I didn't mind that, but it's a little bit tedious having things on your fingertips. So I probably wouldn't buy it again. A couple of samples here. I have the Iope Dermarepair Cicacream. This was quite nice and rich and hydrating. And also the Fanola No Yellow shampoo. That was really nice as well. Very effective. I would consider buying that. I have 2 bottles of Daiso Puff and Sponge Cleanser. One of them was almost finished and the other one had like half in it. So I didn't use 2 full bottles in January, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did because I love that stuff. Grown Alchemist shampoo, that's another little sample. This was fine. Not really something I'd be looking to buy because I have brands that I prefer more or products that I prefer more, but it was fine. Whoa. The thing that I am dropping is the Schick Hydro 5 Razor Refills. I love these. They're pretty much the only ones I use. Very effective, and I will continue to buy them. I also have the pink cream from Secret Key. So this is a moisturizer. It's a gel with these little pink beads in it. I didn't really like this. I tried to use this on my face, didn't like, I'm not into it. Not enough of anything for me. Then I used it on my body and it was super sticky. I couldn't stand it. I actually had to wash it off shortly after putting it on. Then I just used it on my feet because I could pull on a pair of socks and the stickiness wouldn't bother me. That's how I got through it, but this is not one that I would buy again. It's not for me. Then I have the Opi Nail Lacquer in, I don't know, something. I'll put the name on the screen. This was in my project pan and it's done. It's done. I wouldn't buy it again. The color is pretty, but it is sheer but kind of opaque at the same time, and it goes on really streaky, and you have to put on, like, I was doing minimum 3 layers and still it didn't look quite right, so I wouldn't buy it. I have the Revlon Kiss Balm in Crisp Apple. The scent of this is delicious. It's got like a red sort of translucent tint. The formula is fantastic. I really like it, but I don't like the color on me, so I wouldn't buy that one, but there are others from that range that I would purchase because I like the colors. I have the Innocent Paint and Polish lip pencil from MAC, so the color is Innocent. This is like these are glossy and they do offer like a tint of color, but this is a very pale color, and it looks very strange on my lips. So while I really like the formula, that particular color was not for me. I have the K palette One Day Tattoo Lasting Eyebrow Tint. So this is one of those eyebrow tints that you put on. It's like a gel. You put it on nice and thick, leave it on overnight, peel it off the next day, and it tints your skin, not really your eyebrows, just the skin. I actually like it. I kind of think these are cool. I would buy it again. I actually would. I don't think I would use it super often. I forgot to use this one quite often, even though I really liked it. But if I was in the market for one of these, I would probably go for this one because when it's done properly, it actually lasts really well. So there you go. I liked it. Too Faced, this is a chocolate Soleil bronzer out of their big book of bronzers. I really like this bronzer. I've used it before in the past. Panned one. I like it. It's good stuff. I also finished off the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This was in my project pan for a long time, but there it is. It is done. I am glad to see this go. It was getting old and I was struggling with it, but I managed to finish it off. Go me. I've talked about Hourglass ambient lighting powders before. I wouldn't buy them again because I have quite a few of them. I went mad buying them. and I can only use them as highlighters. So there's that. I do think about their holiday palettes, and I think like potentially I could buy one of them in the future, but it's not like, I wouldn't repurchase the wardrobe, and I wouldn't buy the individual ambient lighting powders because I just don't need them. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is in the shade 9, which is not my color. This foundation was actually in my freelancing kit, and it was one that I would use on clients who had darker skin, or I would use it to deepen up other foundations from the same range, because that's one I like to use in my kit. Anyway, this was getting a little bit old, and I had a bottle of Power Matte Foundation from Giorgio Armani, and I was thinking I should probably try and use the Power Matte up, because that one is getting old, and I used it before I went to Bali and it was so light on me. It was way too light. So I mixed in, this had probably just over half a bottle left. So I mixed in about half of what was left in this into the Power Matte, and it was a pretty good color for me while I was over in Bali. When I got back from Bali, the Power Matte was again too light for me. So I actually used the last of what was in this bottle to darken up my Power Matte foundation. So my Power Matte foundation is currently a little bit over a 50-50 mix of this and Power Matte, and it's full. So that is one that I plan on using throughout summer and trying to pan very quickly. But in the meantime, I have pretty much, I consider this finished because the bottle is empty. I'm not going to hang on to an empty bottle. But I did sort of just transfer this product into another product. So whatever, we're considering this one done. This is actually a beautiful foundation. I love luminous silk. I personally choose it for my kit. Well, I used to. I no longer freelance. But the reason I chose that one is because it looks good on both young and mature skin. So there we go. Alright guys, so that is it for my empties for January 2019. I'll be back in a month with another empties video, and hopefully with other videos before that. Feel free to let me know if you did any product transferring this month, or if you finished up something that had been hanging around for a really, really long time. Definitely tell me your feels about the products that you finished in January. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.